Good evening, everyone. Please be seated. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you to our graduates recognition ceremony. At this ceremony, we pay tribute to the accomplishments of our most distinguished students earning graduate degrees this year. The graduate students we honor today have met the highest academic standards in our most challenging degree programs. They were selected by their program, department, school, and college faculty to receive the Graduate Student Distinguished Achievement Award. This award, the highest we give to graduate students, is based not just on grade point average or test scores, but also upon exceptional academic accomplishments, including publications, inventions, creative works, and outstanding exhibits and performances. These students have also served the university by participating and engaging as leaders in student and professional organizations. Our very best students are those who give the most back to the community through distinguished contributions in formal internships and field placements, and through volunteer work and service. In their interactions with faculty and fellow students, they have demonstrated cooperation and helpfulness by tutoring and mentoring others, embodying the highest ideals of professionalism and collegiality. San Francisco State University takes great pride in the achievements of these excellent students. Please, won't you join me in applauding them? Representatives of the university community are here to join in this celebration. You will meet many of them as the ceremony continues. But before we proceed, I would like to introduce the following representatives of the faculty and members of the platform party. Please stand as I call your name, and please hold your applause until all are introduced. Professor Troy Carlton of our English Language and Literature Department is the chair of the Academic Senate. She has provided extraordinary faculty leadership in this demanding and challenging role. Our marshals leading the students into the theater were Professor Burku Ellis, graduate coordinator for our International Relations program, Professor Sheldon Jen, graduate coordinator for our Public Administration program, Ellen Hines of our Geography Department and Associate Director of the Romberg-Tiburon Center for Environmental Studies, and Mi-Suk Kim, Chair of our Kinesiology Department. Leading the faculty into the theater were our faculty marshals, Professor Yvonne Bowie, Chair of our Communication Disorders and Special Education programs, Professor Doris Flowers, Chair of our Equity, Leadership Studies, and Instructional Technologies program, Professor Dane Johnson of our Comparative and World Literature Department, and Professor Senjit Senjagupta, Director of our Graduate Business programs. On the platform, I would like to recognize Marianne Bagley, Dean of Students, and Deborah Masters, the University Librarian. Let's give them all a hand. It is now my pleasure to introduce to you the University Provost and Vice President of Academic Affairs, Dr. Sue V. Rosser.
Thank you, President Wong. Our ceremony today provides an opportunity to acknowledge the importance of graduate programs at San Francisco State University. A master's degree or professional doctorate has become increasingly necessary for success in most academic and professional areas. The speed of changes in the job market, sparked by advances in technology, dramatically increases the demand for flexible, adaptable, well-educated professionals with advanced skills. Graduate education continues the lifelong learning process that keeps knowledge and skills current and makes possible groundbreaking discoveries. San Francisco State University exemplifies the emphasis that the California State University system has placed on access to graduate education, particularly for students who are underrepresented in doctoral study and various professions. Our Division of Graduate Studies is one of the largest and most prestigious in the California State University system. Here are some highlights. According to a study sponsored by the National Science Foundation, San Francisco State ranks 4th nationally among master's level colleges and universities for the total number of graduates who go on to receive research doctorates. San Francisco State's Graduate History program sends more students into PhD programs than any other master's-only or comprehensive university in the country. U.S. News and World Report consistently ranks the doctoral program in physical therapy offered jointly with the University of California at San Francisco among the top physical therapy programs in the country and first among public universities in California. Other graduate programs listed among the best in the United States by U.S. News and World Report include art, communicative disorders, and public administration. Our creative writing, cinema, broadcast and electronic communication, arts, philosophy, museum studies, computer science, psychology, and business programs are nationally recognized and draw top applicants from around the globe. Graduate students seeking degrees in the fields of science develop their skills in the Conservation Genetics Laboratory, the Romberg Tiburon Center for Environmental Studies, the Cell and Molecular Imaging Center, the Fields Herbarium, and the Sierra Nevada Field Campus. These provide just a sample of our highly regarded graduate programs, which include 97 master's degree programs, the doctorate in educational leadership, and 3 doctoral programs offered jointly with the University of California. Our graduate faculty members are outstanding teachers and scholars who compose music, publish novels, explore the natural world, train our educators and health practitioners, and solve urban social and economic problems. Students from countries all over the world compete for acceptance into some of our graduate programs. Alumni who have earned their master's and doctoral degrees from this campus have distinguished themselves nationally and internationally. In addition, we are confident that you, our graduate honorees, will take your place among those distinguished graduates. Here today, we have students who have been admitted to doctoral programs at Boston College, University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, University of Michigan, Ann Arbor, University of Washington, Seattle, University of Texas, Austin, Stanford University, and University of California campuses in San Francisco, Berkeley, and San Diego. We also have students who have assumed positions in business and industry, published books, stories, poetry, and articles, exhibited artwork, and won international design competitions. They have served as advocates for the powerless members of our society and taken leadership roles in community organizations, including museum boards, health and environmental agencies, and public schools. The students recognized here today are already making an impact on our world, and we anticipate eagerly the contributions that they will make in the future in their chosen field. It is a privilege for me to join with the college deans in presenting the graduate student class of 2016. And now, Dean of Graduate Studies, Ann Hallam, will introduce the deans of the colleges, who will, in turn, introduce their faculty and then present the recipients of the Graduate Distinguished Achievement Awards. Dean Hallam.
Thank you, Provost Rosser. I'm pleased to introduce to you the deans of the colleges who will present their honored students for hooding. Please hold your applause until all are introduced. Will you please stand when I call your name? Linda Obrey, Dean of the College of Business. Judith Munter, Dean of the Graduate College of Education. Kenneth Montero, Dean of the College of Ethnic Studies. Alvin Alvarez, Dean of the College of Health and Social Sciences. Sophie Clavier, Associate Dean of the College of Liberal and Creative Arts, and Keith Bowman, Dean of the College of Science and Engineering. Please join me now in acknowledging the deans of the colleges. Students, faculty, and the platform party are dressed today in academic regalia for the ceremony this evening, linking today's activities with the traditions of scholastic antiquity. Many of our academic rituals date from the Middle Ages in Europe, when church was the center of learning. The earliest colleges in Europe adopted some of the mood and styles of the monasteries, which is reflected in the gowns and mortarboards worn by scholars today. The hood represents a cowl, which was formerly used to cover the head. It is worn now as an emblem, upon which the silk, satin, or velvet borders can denote the wearer's academic degree, their field of study, and the institution from which the degree was granted. The official colors of the university line the inside of the hood, in our case, purple and gold, and the outer color indicates the field in which the degree was earned. By placing the hood on the candidate, we proclaim that the graduate has joined the company of scholars recognized throughout this world. The deans of our 6 colleges will now introduce faculty, representatives, and present the recipients of the Graduate Student Distinguished Achievement Awards and the student from each college who has been selected for special recognition by the college faculty. Dean Obrey.
Good evening. I will introduce the faculty representing the College of Business. Please hold your applause until I introduce all the faculty. The faculty members representing the College of Business are, please stand, Daniela Balkanska, Finance, Anoshua Chadhuri, Economics, Jamie Ng, Decision Sciences, Teresa Hammond, Accounting, Colin Johnson, Hospitality and Tourism Management, Brenda Mack, Information Systems, Mitchell Marks, Management, Sanjeet Sangupta, Marketing, and Liwa Wang, International Business. Please join me in applauding the faculty. You may now be seated. The students receiving the Distinguished Achievement Award in the College of Business are Rihanna Barbosa, Master of Business Administration. Ms. Barbosa's culminating project focused on the investigation of the strategic implications of Tesla's commitment to sustainability. This summer, she'll be taking courses in international business at Lappeenranta University of Technology in Finland. Eong Fong, Master of Business Administration. Mr. Fong's culminating project focused on analyzing Airbnb's current business strategy and performance. He was part of a team of students who placed second in a national student market study competition in New York, sponsored by Smith Travel Research. Elizabeth Ham, Master of Business Administration. Ms. Ham's final project is titled Sustainable Strategies for Community Acupuncture in San Francisco. She provided suggestions to Circle Community Acupuncture, a socially driven business, to transition into 501c3 charitable organization status and continue adoption of accessible and affordable acupuncture treatments. Anton Lee, Master of Arts in Economics. Mr. Lee participated in the College of Business Ethics Week debates, held workshops on the use of LaTeX software, and worked to increase economics literacy in the national online Up to Us campaign. His area of focus is inequality, income, and wealth distributions. Carolina Zochek, Master of Business Administration. Ms. Zochek is a bright, hardworking, and dedicated student who has demonstrated critical thinking, communication, and interpersonal skills. For her final project, Ms. Zochek was part of a team doing a case analysis of the strategic management at Netflix. It is my pleasure. We'll do this again. It is my pleasure to acknowledge the student who has been selected by the faculty of the College of Business for special recognition, Amy Lewis, Master of Business Administration. With a background in green building consulting, LEED TM certification, and energy commissioning, Ms. Lewis completed her degree with a concentration in sustainable business. Her interest is in working in the clean tech movement, particularly in clean energy. Her final project explored whether Tesla Motors was an energy company that made cars or a car company that has lines of business in energy. She also completed an internship with Mula Hoop, helping support the national launch of a crowdfunding platform serving women-owned small businesses. Currently, Ms. Lewis serves as a committee member on Women in Clean Tech and Sustainability, a nonprofit network of about 1,000 professionals working to build the green economy. After graduating, she has continued to serve the College of Business through her participation on the Dean's, or my, task force designed to redevelop the MBA foundation requirements. Please join me in applauding Amy Lewis. And now Judith Munter, Dean of the Graduate School of Education.
Good evening, everyone. I will begin by introducing the faculty representing the Graduate College of Education. Please hold your applause until I introduce all the faculty. The faculty members representing the Graduate College of Education are, please stand as I call your name, Josephine Arce, Elementary Education, Yvonne Bowie, Special Education and Communicative Disorders, Davide Saloria, Equity, Leadership and Instructional Technologies, Marguerite Conrad, Elementary Education, Patricia Donahue, Equity, Leadership and Instructional Technologies, Yanan Fun, Secondary Education, Doris Flowers, Equity, Leadership and Instructional Technologies, David Hemphill, Equity, Leadership and Instructional Technologies, Barbara Henderson, Elementary Education, Mina Kim, Elementary Education, Ming Ye Lee, Equity, Leadership and Instructional Technologies, Daniel Meyer, Elementary Education, Patty Solomon Rice, Special Education and Communicative Disorders, Pamela Wolfberg, Special Education and Communicative Disorders. Please join me in applauding the faculty of the Graduate College of Education. The students receiving the Distinguished Achievement Award in the Graduate College of Education are Anne Martin, Specialist Credential in Reading and Literacy Leadership. Ms. Martin conducted a research study on the effectiveness of using a project-based approach to teaching language skills to low-income, predominantly African-American students. She found that this approach encouraged engagement, voice, and connection in her young students. Jennifer Ann Maloney, single subject credential. With a background in history and classics, Ms. Maloney has been student teaching in Latin at Miramonte High in Orinda, where the Latin students just won the California State Classical Convention for the 4th time in a row. She will be double certified in classics and social sciences. Congratulations. Jacqueline Diaz Novo, Specialist Credential in Early Childhood Special Education. Ms. Novo undertook a creative work that will help early childhood educators to effectively partner with families to support the development of young children who are dual language learners, including those with diagnosed disabilities. Congratulations. Patricia Bouvet, Master of Arts in Education with a concentration in language and literacy. In her field study, Providing Choice and Examination of Increasing Motivation and Comprehension in Middle School Students, Ms. Bouvet found that the deliberate incorporation of choice in an 8th grade social studies classroom increased students' motivation to succeed in their tasks, enhancing comprehension. Paulina Irene Aganas Frazier, Master of Arts in Education with a concentration in equity and social justice in education. Ms. Frazier's thesis is titled Breaking the Code: Students' Voices Redefining Academic Success. She received the Education Studies Scholar Award from the University of Michigan, Ann Arbor, in support of her doctoral studies in literacy, language, and culture. Congratulations. Bryn Potter O'Shea, Master of Arts in Education with a concentration in Early Childhood Education. Ms. O'Shea completed a study titled In Dialogue with Young Children, Teaching Critical Thinking Through Critical Dialogue. The study suggests that inquiry-based methods are powerful tools for prompting children's critical thinking about social identity, bias, and fairness. Congratulations. Jolene Rocchio, Master of Science in Communicative Disorders. Ms. Rocchio participated in Project Common Ground, a demanding personnel preparation project focused on family-centered care of children on the autism spectrum. She also piloted an e-portfolio project that will serve as a model for the Communicative Disorders program. Congratulations. Catherine Song, Master of Arts in Education with a concentration in Educational Administration. Ms. Song's professional and scholarly work is focused on the practical implications for transformative leadership in secondary education. She is concerned with laying the foundations for an equitable learning environment, particularly for students of color and students with diverse learning needs. Justin Gabriel Steinberg, Master of Arts in Special Education. Mr. Steinberg's creative work was a curriculum guide titled Self-Advocacy Instruction for 8th Grade, Academically Oriented Students with Visual Impairments. He focused on the development of skills needed for students with visual impairments to successfully transition to post-secondary education, employment, and independent living. Congratulations. Thank you. Chelsea Waters, Master of Arts in Special Education. In her thesis titled Parent-Caregiver Experiences of Raising a Young Child with Multiple Disabilities, Ms. Waters sought to capture families' perspectives pertaining to special education services as their child transitions from early intervention to school-based services. Congratulations. Ashley Christine Williams, Master of Arts in Education with a concentration in Early Childhood Education. Ms. Williams' study titled Merging Theory and Practice, Supporting Future Teachers Through an Early Teaching Practicum, explored a pilot teaching practicum focused on supporting the development of workforce-ready, skilled, and reflective early childhood educators. Congratulations. Megan Phillip Woodrich, Master of Arts in Education with a concentration in Secondary Education. Ms. Woodrich conducted a study titled Google Docs as a tool for collaborative writing in the middle school classroom. She examined how an online word processing tool could be used to encourage participation among students of different language backgrounds. Congratulations. Timothy L. Weeks, Doctor of Education and Educational Leadership. Dr. Weeks' dissertation, Characteristics of High-Performing Charter Schools Serving Minority and Low-Income Students, looked at the effectiveness of charter schools that are working with diverse student populations. He has been invited to present his work this year at the American Educational Research Association. Congratulations. It is a great pleasure to introduce the hood of the Graduate College of Education, Ms. Sana Asser. Sana Hussein Asser. Sana Hussein Asser, Master of Arts in Education with a concentration in equity and social justice in education, has been selected for special recognition by the faculty of the Graduate College of Education. Ms. Asser is a strong, committed, emergent voice for change in education. As a practitioner, scholar, author, and activist dedicated to the inclusion of the American Muslim experience in education, she seeks to understand the effects of an antagonistic society on the construction of young selves. Her thesis, titled From Islamophobia to Identity Crisis, Self-Esteem Among American Muslim Children, explores the learned attitudes and behaviors children may develop about their Muslim identity. The study provides recommendations for educators to better support American Muslim children and address their identity development needs. Ms. Asser has also been deeply engaged in service to the educational community. In her role as college representative to the Associated Students Incorporated, ASI, she worked collaboratively with students, faculty, and administrators to plan and implement a series of workshops on racial equity, awareness, and leadership. Interactive sessions designed to initiate campus-wide conversations about social justice. For summer 2016, she has been selected to participate as a fellow in the Educational Pioneers Program, which partners with 200 educational organizations in 20 cities across the US. Please join me in congratulating Sana Hussein Asser. It's my pleasure to introduce my colleague, Dean Ken Montero.
Thank you, Dean Munter. Good evening. I will introduce the faculty representing the College of Ethnic Studies. Again, please hold your applause until I introduce all the faculty. The faculty representing the College of Ethnic Studies are, and please stand as I call your name, Lorene Chu, Ethnic Studies Program and Asian American Studies. Donna Lisa Fisher, Africana Studies. Mai Nung Le, Asian American Studies. Amy Tsuyoshi, Associate Dean, College of Ethnic Studies. Allison Tintiaku Kubalas, Asian American Studies. Wesley Uenten, Asian American Studies. Grace Yu, Asian American Studies. Can we thank them? Please be seated. The students receiving the Distinguished Achievement Award in the College of Ethnic Studies are Nicole Leopardo, Master of Arts in Ethnic Studies. Ms. Leopardo's research adds to the burgeoning field of food studies by examining how evolving traditions around food become a vehicle for self-identification in multiracial families. Her thesis is titled Food Rituals, an Entree into Multiracial Family Culture. Francis Wong, Master of Arts in Asian American Studies. An award-winning saxophonist, composer, and music director, Mr. Wong has also consulted for several Asian American nonprofit arts and cultural organizations. His thesis is titled Asian Improv Arts and its Impacts on the Artistic and Professional Development of Affiliated Artists. The College of Ethnic Studies has selected Dale Muglawan, Master of Arts in Asian American Studies, for special recognition by the faculty of the College of Ethnic Studies. Mr. Muglawan, focus as a graduate student has been on health disparities facing Asian Americans. He worked with faculty members on several research projects and co-authored 2 publications for peer-reviewed journals: the Journal of Cancer Education and the California Journal of Health Promotion. The findings from his groundbreaking master's thesis on e-cigarette use, titled Electronic Nicotine Delivery Systems, Attitudes, Beliefs, and Behaviors Among Asian Americans in California, will bring major contributions to public health and social work researchers, as well as practitioners. Although e-cigarette use is a growing public health concern in the U.S., there has been no previous research on where, how, and why Asian American youth initiate e-cigarette use. Mr. Muglawan has been accepted into a combined master's and PhD program at Boston College and will begin in the fall with a 4-year fellowship. Please join me in acknowledging Dale Muglawan. And I'd now like to introduce my colleague, Dean Alvarez, College of Health and Social Science.
Thank you, Dean Montero. Good evening. I will now introduce the faculty representing the College of Health and Social Sciences. Please hold your applause until I introduce all the faculty. The faculty members representing the College of Health and Social Sciences are, please stand up as I call your name, Diane Allen, Physical Therapy; Rebecca Carabez, Nursing; Fang-Yu Cho, Nursing; Jessica Fields, Sociology and Sexual Studies. On the stage up here, Sheldon Jen, Public Administration; Gretchen George, Consumer Family Studies and Dietetics; Kate Hamill, Kinesiology; Jocelyn Hermoso, Social Work; Mary Alice Kern, Kinesiology. On the stage with me, Misu Kim, Kinesiology; Mary Beth Love, Health Education; Graciela Orozco, Counseling; Tiffany O'Shaughnessy, Counseling; Judith Otteson, Health Education; Nancy Raybolt, Consumer Family Studies and Dietetics; Jennifer Shea, Public Administration. Jeannie Stowers, Public Administration. Patricia Van Velser, Counseling. Darlene Yi Melikar, Gerontology. Please join me in congratulating our faculty. Please be seated. The following students have been selected by the faculty of the College of Health and Social Sciences to receive the Distinguished Achievement Award. Amanda Akers, Master of Public Administration. In her thesis, Ms. Akers compared the growth rates of nonprofits in service delivery versus those in policy advocacy, which often provide political voice to disadvantaged groups. She found that advocacy organizations grow more slowly, particularly in Washington, D.C., and among large organizations. Congratulations, Amanda. Bea Ayala, Master of Science in Counseling. Ms. Ayala's area of emphasis is gerontological counseling. Her culminating project, An Existential Approach to Counseling, she seeks to demonstrate that existential theory allows for a deeper and more complex understanding of trauma, including post-traumatic growth. Congratulations, Bea. Emily Blanchard, Master of Science in Kinesiology. Ms. Blanchard's thesis is titled Influence of Aerobic Fitness on Post-Exercise Cardiac Autonomic Control. She recently presented her thesis findings at the Southwest American College of Sports Medicine Conference in Costa Mesa, California. Congratulations, Emily. Kate Heisch, Master of Arts in Family and Consumer Sciences. Ms. Heisch's thesis is titled Effects of Harvest of the Month Curriculum on Mediators of Children's Vegetable Intake. She tested the California Department of Health's Harvest of the Month curriculum with fourth graders in Half Moon Bay and made suggestions for more effective curricula. Congratulations, Kate. Andrea Leanne Bueno, Master of Science in Counseling. Ms. Bueno's area of specialization is school counseling with an emphasis in college counseling. Her culminating project was a program designed about empowering undocumented high school students in urban schools to help them succeed academically and develop a sense of community. Congratulations, Andrea. Maria Cristina Mengido, Master of Science in Nursing with a concentration in Family Nurse Practitioner. Ms. Fernandez will present her project, Efficacy of Low Microbial Diet in Immunocompromised Adult Bone Marrow Transplant Patients at the Sigma Theta Tau Conference in Cape Town, South Africa. They like that one. Her culminating experience study was on the management of gout for adults in outpatient settings. Congratulations, Maria. Kevin Page Gilday, Master of Public Administration. With an emphasis in urban administration, Mr. Gilday has developed a series of outstanding projects on important community issues, including solutions addressing foreclosed properties, how to improve the effectiveness of the low-income housing tax credit, and customer satisfaction with publicly owned utilities. Congratulations, Kevin. Alice Guan, Master of Public Health. Ms. Guan received an Outstanding Oral Abstract Submission Award at the annual meeting of scientific sessions of the Society of Behavioral Medicine. Her culminating experience project is titled Unacceptable Accepted Racism, Exploring the Dangers of the Model Minority Myth. Congratulations, Alice. Sahana Magal, Master of Arts in Gerontology. Dr. Magal has a degree in internal medicine from India. As an intern at the Alzheimer's Association Northern California, Nevada chapter, she worked to raise awareness of dementia and Alzheimer's among the Asian Indian community. For her culminating project, she developed culturally sensitive educational materials in Hindi. Congratulations, Sahana. Olga Munoz, Master of Social Work. In her culminating project, Ms. Munoz addresses the estrangement that immigrant Latino parents and children face when they reunify after a period of separation when parents immigrate to the U.S. She uses stories as a resource to facilitate the reunification process. Congratulations, Olga. Jade Rivera, Master of Public Health. Ms. Rivera's culminating project is titled Urban Campesinos Community Farm at Crocker Amazon Park, Growing Food, Building People Power, and Reclaiming Land. She examines urban farming as a public health model for accessing healthy food and green space while building intergenerational and intercultural community. Congratulations, Jade. Megan Brianna Scott, Master of Science in Nursing. As a graduate student, Ms. Scott presented her research at 3 national conferences and published 3 manuscripts, including her culminating project titled Nurses Don't Deal with These Issues, Nurses' Role in Advanced Care Planning for Lesbian, Gay, Bisexual, and Transgender Patients. Congratulations, Megan. Natalie Taylor Ketchum. Ms. Taylor Ketchum's thesis, titled Stereotype Threat, Effects on Mobility in Older Adults, studied how the fear of confirming negative age-related stereotypes affect gait performance. She will enter the jointly offered UCSF-SFSU Doctor of Physical Therapy program in June. Congratulations, Natalie. Valerie Block, Doctor of Physical Therapy Science. Ms. Block's dissertation is titled Fitbit Remote Physical Activity Monitoring in Multiple Sclerosis. She has presented her work at national and international conferences and published a meta-analysis of the effects of physical therapy on incontinence in MS. Her goals include postdoctoral work in MS care and research. Congratulations, Valerie. Amanda Dea Lea Daphne, Doctor of Physical Therapy. Ms. Daphne conducted a meta-analysis examining the effect of digitally delivered self-management programs on health outcomes and costs for people with chronic pain. Her analysis determined that currently these internet delivery programs are associated with significant decreases in the patient's pain levels and cost of care. Congratulations, Amanda. Selected for special recognition by the faculty of the College of Health and Social Sciences is Jamie O'Quinn, Master of Human Sexuality Studies. Ms. O'Quinn has won multiple scholarships and awards in recognition of her academic excellence, feminist scholarship, teaching, including the prestigious CSU Sally Casanova Pre-Doctoral Scholarship. She has presented her research at annual meetings of the American Sociological Association, Pacific Sociological Association, and Sociologists for Women in Society. Her thesis, titled The Limits of Inclusion, Queerness in Progressive Visions of Sexuality Education, conducts an analysis of the first proposed national standards for comprehensive sexual education, the future of sex education. She explores how life course theories, sociological feminist analyses, and queer theory can advance our vision of sexuality education's capacity to effect social change. Ms. Quinn has been admitted with significant funding to top U.S. sociology programs, including the University of Texas at Austin, where she will begin her doctoral study this fall. Please join me in congratulating Jamie O'Quinn. And now I'd like you to welcome my colleague, Associate Dean Sophie Clavier.
Good evening. I will now introduce the faculty representing the College of Liberal and Creative Arts. Please hold your applause until I introduce all the faculty. The faculty members representing the College of Liberal and Creative Arts are, and please stand up as I call your name, Michael Anderson, Classics; Michael Orcega, Art; Bruce Avery, Theater, Arts, and Dance; Troy Carlton on the stage, English Language and Literature; Maxim Chernov, Creative Writing; Jessica Elkine, History; Borju Ellis, International Relation; Laura Garcia Moreno, in Humanities; Dane Johnson, Comparative and Word Literature; Elizabeth Nelson, Modern Languages and Literature; Nancy Reist, Broadcast and Electronic Communications; Christina Sebi, Communication Studies; Evren Safsi, Women and Gender Studies; Greta Snyder in Cinema; and Shelley Wilcox in Philosophy.
Thank you, Shelley.
The following students have been selected by the faculty of the College of Liberal and Creative Arts to receive the Distinguished Achievement Award. Lisa Alden, Master of Fine Arts in Creative Writing. Ms. Alden's culminating project is a book of poems titled Truth and Subsidiaries. Her work has appeared in several publications, and her poem, Stars After, was selected for a collaborative art project between the Creative Writing Department and the School of Art. Congratulations. Jace Allen, Master of Arts in Communication Studies. During his grad program, Mr. Allen co-authored 4 published articles. He served as an outstanding graduate teaching associate and completed additional training to teach Metro Academy courses. His area of study for his comprehensive exams was gender, social criticism, and intercultural communication. Lisa Ong, Master of Arts in English with a concentration in literature. Ms. Ong wrote an exceptional thesis titled Deconstructing Post-Colonial Memory Through Filipino-American Literature, one of the first theses on Filipino literature from the English department. Upon graduation, she was offered a part-time position as an instructor at Los Medanos College. Congratulations. Kimberly Acebo Arteche, Master of Fine Arts in Art. Ms. Arteche works in photography, installation, and social practice. Her final creative work, Ang Aking Lai, is an ambitious, humanistic, and visually arresting project where she examined how a relationship with her own heritage has been mediated by the internet. Congratulations. Sheila Avdich, Master of Arts in International Relations. Ms. Avdich's thesis is titled Russia-Germany Energy Security, Constructivist International Norm Theory on Energy Security. Focusing on energy security interdependence between Russia and Europe, this work is the first step toward a promising career in sustainable development and renewable energy. Congratulations. Shane Baker was a Master of Arts in Humanities. Mr. Baker's thesis is titled Beyond Speech, Beyond Species, the Human, Non-Human Binary and an Ethics of Sublimity. He is concerned with locating conceptual tools within psychoanalysis, phenomenology, and biology for unsettling the human-animal or human-non-human binary. Congratulations. Renee Brittany Carson, Master of Arts in Women and Gender Studies. Ms. Carson's thesis, Citizen Body, the Eugenical Foundation of the United States and Contemporary Hauntings, examines the history of eugenics to explore how citizenship, ability, race, and reproduction converge in present-day genetic screening, sterilization, and discourses of good motherhood. Congratulations. Serena Crossan, Master of Arts in Classics. In her fascinating thesis, The Political Implication of the Chi-Rho in Romano-British Mosaics, Ms. Crossan examined the imagery in the mosaics from 4th century CE villas in order to understand what the adoption of Christianity meant politically to Roman Britons. Bernadette Marie Flynn, Master of Fine Arts in Theater Arts. Ms. Flynn's interned with the Mabu Mines troupe in New York City. Her creative works include 2 fully produced scenic designs for performances on campus, and her final creative project was a theoretical production design for the Sleeping Beauty Ballet. Congratulations. Leah Gabay, Master of Arts in English with a concentration in teaching English to speakers of other languages. Ms. Gabay completed a culminating project on promoting self-authoring among female learners in Afghanistan through an online-based curriculum. Teaching through Alliance for International Women's Rights, with the help of a digital tool called VoiceThread, she views self-authoring as a process of taking control of one's life. Congratulations. Samuel Jin, Master of Arts in Philosophy. In his thesis, There is no perspective without experience, Mr. Jin argued that a first-person perspective entails conscious experience. As a graduate teaching associate, he taught a wide range of philosophy courses and mentored fellow graduate students. Thank you and congratulations. Monica Juliet James, Master of Arts in Women and Gender Studies. A Fulbright scholar, Ms. James combines contemporary queer theory with her interest in the politics of hope, critical cinema studies, and contemporary cultural studies. Her thesis is titled Queer World Making in the Present, Reimagining Hope as a Modality of Living. Emma James, with a Master of Arts in Museum Studies. In her thesis titled Digital Preservation in Museums, Ms. James examined the ways that museums manage digital assets as technology changes. She interviewed leaders in the field of digital preservation and outlined best practices for this rapidly changing area of museum practice. Congratulations. Fred Jenga, Master of Arts in Communication Studies. Mr. Jenga has presented at numerous conferences, and he is a celebrated editorial writer and television radio guest in Uganda, speaking about human rights, environmental politics, and African civil society. He will enter a PhD program in communication at the University of Texas, Austin. Yingmei Jiang, Master of Arts in Chinese. Having served as a community interpreter for new immigrants, Ms. Jiang completed a research project examining the nature of note-taking by Chinese interpreters and how to navigate between using traditional Chinese characters, simplified Chinese characters, and English. Sherry Kennedy, Master of Arts in History. Ms. Kennedy's emphasis is on medieval history with special interest in funerary customs and the supernatural. She has presented 2 conference papers, the most recent one titled Starving for Remembrance, The Discourse of the Dead in Greco-Roman Society. Ashley Meredith, Master of Arts in Philosophy. In her thesis, The Pitfalls of Contempt in Liberatory Struggles, Ms. Meredith employs an Aristotelian virtue-ethical perspective to scrutinize the role that contempt plays in liberatory social movements. She plans to pursue a PhD in philosophy. Congratulations. Diatile Mohale, Master of Arts in Theater Arts, a Fulbright scholar from the African nation of Lesotho. Ms. Mohale's thesis is an ambitious plan for theater education titled Institutionalization of Drama Education in Lesotho. She has also completed a project analyzing how the School of Theater and Dance creates its performance seasons. Jessica Mosby, Master of Arts in Comparative Literature. Combining in-depth knowledge of Spanish literature with world literature breadth, crystalline prose, and fascinating comparative choices, Ms. Mosby has presented research papers at 7 academic conferences. She completed a degree while building a successful career in publishing and in banking. Koji Ozawa, Master of Arts in Anthropology. Mr. Ozawa's thesis used original fieldwork to apply archaeology to uncover everyday life at World War II Japanese-American incarceration camps. He represented SF State at the CSU Student Research Competition and will continue his politically engaged work in a PhD program at Stanford. Congratulations. Jenna Rentz, Master of Arts in History. Ms. Rentz's area of emphasis is United States foreign policy. She has made 9 conference presentations over the last few years with topics ranging from U.S. imperialism and Panama Canal to housing segregation and government policy in the United States. Shadia Sawo, Master of Arts in English with a concentration in creative writing. Ms. Sawo completed a novel-length first-person narrative titled Q, in which she explored human trafficking and foster care in the United States. As editor-in-chief of the literary journal 14 Hills, she focused on diversifying and broadening the communities participating. Congratulations. Linda Swanson, Master of Arts in English with a concentration in composition. For a culminating project, Ms. Swanson examined student feedback on instructor feedback and ways to implement effective instructor practices for responding to student writing. She currently teaches composition at SFSU and plans to continue her research with instructor response. Natasha Dennerstein-Tanzi, Master of Fine Arts in Creative Writing. Ms. Tanzi's poetry collection, Anatomize, was published by Norfolk Press in 2015. Her master's creative work, Triptych California, is a poetry collection in 3 interrelated parts: cinema, California, and kink. The poems speak to each other across and within the sections. René Juarez Vasquez, Master of Arts in English with a concentration in creative writing. Mr. Juarez Vasquez is the curator of the bilingual monthly reading series Voz sin Tinta. In his novella, The Lime Trees of Michoacán, he explores family and cultural inheritance in modern times with the shadow, or within the shadow, of organized crime. Congratulations. Chari Velasquez, with a Master of Arts in English with a concentration in linguistics. Ms. Velasquez completed a cross-linguistic study of verbal frames in English and Spanish for a culminating project. She showed how the divergent patterns of verbs, such as touch in English and tocar in Spanish, explain the difficulty in mastering equivalent verbs for second language learners. Congratulations. Erin Wigan, Master of Arts in Cinema Studies. Ms. Wigan has published her work in several online and print magazines and presented at the 2015 Society for Cinema and Media Studies conference. Her thesis is titled, Who Can Be Eaten? Consuming Animals and Humans in a Cannibal Horror Film. Tara Wolf, Master of Arts in French. Ms. Wolf was the recipient of the College of Liberal and Creative Arts Scholarship and has distinguished herself with a sharp analytical skills and avid enthusiasm to enrich her knowledge. She hopes to teach French in the Sacramento area. Congratulations. The College of Liberal and Creative Arts faculty has selected for special recognition Carly Stark, Master of Arts of Fine Arts in Cinema. Ms. Stark's beautiful films have inspired, provoked, and transported audiences at screenings from the Pacific Film Archive to the British Film Institute. Exploring human experience and memory through a queer lens, her films use a superbly crafted sense of the poetic to question the relationship between photography, memory, and sexuality. Her thesis film, 2076 Elegy, looks at ways in which familial history and queer identity are communicated through the archived photographic image. Ms. Stark has also made a powerful impact in her curatorial work, connecting with broad and frequently underserved audiences. She was head curator of Quoting Ourselves, a queer archive in SFSU Cesar Chavez Art Gallery, and she has co-chaired Quiet Revolutions, Politically Subversive Cinema at the SFSU Graduate Cinema Conference. She will curate the Queer Student Short Film Program at the San Francisco International LGBTQ Festival this year, and serves as curator of the Great Wall of Oakland, which reclaims public space as exhibition space for Oakland's diverse audiences. Please join me in congratulating Carly Stark. And now let me introduce the Dean of the College of Science and Engineering, Dean Bowman.
Thank you. I'd like to introduce the faculty of the College of Science and Engineering. Please hold your applause until I introduce all of them. Faculty members, please stand as I announce your name. Federico Ardilla, Mathematics. Cheng Chen, Engineering. Lily Chen, Biology. Ed Cheng, Engineering. Diana Chu, Biology. Megumi Fuse, Biology. Ellen Hines from Geography, also representing Marine Science. Ryan Howell, Psychology. Hao Jiang, Engineering. John Kim, Psychology. Susan Lee, Physics and Astronomy. Mary Leach, Earth and Climate Sciences. Barry Levine, Computer Science. Bruce Manning, Chemistry. Robert Ramirez, Associate Dean for the College of Science and Engineering. Kimberly Tanner from Biology. And Ilmi Yoon from Computer Science. Thank you, faculty. The following graduate students have been selected by the faculty of the College of Science and Engineering to receive the Distinguished Achievement Award. Chase James Boyer, Master of Arts in Psychology with concentration in Developmental Psychology. Mr. Boyer's novel and important thesis explored the longitudinal link between earlier experiences with family dysfunction and later conflict in romantic relationships. He has also conducted research on parental decisions to immunize their children. Congratulations. Abraham King Kata, Master of Science in Chemistry with a concentration in Biochemistry. Mr. Kata developed a novel method for revealing the elusive mechanism by which nitric oxide is produced physiologically by nitric oxide synthase. He has presented his research at conferences and won several awards. He will be attending a PhD program at UC Berkeley this fall. Congratulations. Hain Cho, Master of Arts in Psychology with a concentration in mind, brain, and behavior. Ms. Cho has investigated thought control paradigms and their possible application to the treatment of psychopathology. Her thesis is titled Cognitive Bias in Involuntary Cognition Towards Negatively Valent Stimuli in Anxious Depressive Groups. She has published 4 articles in scientific journals. Congratulations. Riley Chu, Master of Arts in Psychology with a concentration in Developmental Psychology. Mr. Chu has studied factors that promote academic achievement and alleviate adverse mental health among ethnic minority adolescents, and he's presented research at several conferences. His thesis is titled The Relations Among Self-Compassion, Implicit Theories of Intelligence, and Mental Health Among Chinese Adolescents. Congratulations. Michael Joseph Duffield, Master of Science in Engineering with a concentration in Structural Earthquake Engineering. His thesis is titled Behavior of a 5-story moment resisting steel frame structure subjected to elevated temperature. His research was performed using 2 highly sophisticated finite element modeling programs to help create realistic fire scenarios in a steel frame building. Congratulations. Ryan Eshelman, Master of Science in Computer Science. Mr. Eshelman developed important new features for a medical record system widely used in developing countries. The contributions from his thesis, which is titled Structuring Unstructured Clinical Narratives in Open MRS with Medical Concept Extraction, will enable clinicians to provide more effective treatment. Congratulations, Ryan. Nathan Gregg, Master of Science in Geographic Information Science. His thesis is titled Composition and Analysis of Vessel Speeds off the Coast of Washington State. His research will inform the National Marine Fisheries Service and the Olympic National Marine Sanctuary about management need to prevent ship strikes to large whales. Congratulations, Nathan. Violeta Grigorescu, Master of Science in Physics. Her thesis, Measurements of Small Lesions Near Metallic Implants with Megavoltage Cone Beam CT, has specific application to detection of bone lesions formed near the metallic stem of a hip prosthesis. This is a condition of major concern in hip replacement recovery. Congratulations, Violeta. Casey Hardy, Master of Science in Engineering with a concentration in Embedded Electrical and Computer System. Mr. Hardy's design for his thesis project, a low-power, filterless Class D audio amplifier, was able to achieve high audio fidelity along with high power efficiency. This can translate into significantly longer playback times for battery-operated headphone applications. Congratulations, Casey. Trevor Clinton James Jackson, Master of Arts in Psychology with a concentration in mind, brain, and behavior. Mr. Jackson's research focuses on musically induced analgesia. His findings indicate that self-selected music, whether happy or sad, can improve pain tolerance, while self-selected happy music can reduce pain intensity. His work has implications for patient health, specifically in surgical recovery. Congratulations, Trevor. Beatrice Angela Kowalski, Master of Science in Biology with a concentration in microbiology. Her thesis focused on the DNA modification, thoriation in the bacteria Salmonella. She highlighted the genes responsible for the modification and investigated the potential contribution to the pathogenesis of the organism. She has presented her work at several conferences. Congratulations, Beatrice. Moonthrinth Kaur, Master of Arts in Psychology with a concentration in Developmental Psychology. Her research examines psychological factors that inform clinical practice, especially for Indian populations. Her work on Indian adolescents in religious schools has been published in a peer-reviewed journal. Her thesis is titled Anxiety and Perspectives Toward the Past, Present, and Future Among Adolescents. Congratulations. Nathan Luis, Master of Science in Computer Science. His culminating project was entitled Ebluna, third-party, customer-supported software for small, medium-sized eBay sellers. He also collaborated on research that resulted in a paper in the 5th Annual International Conference on Software Engineering Advances. Congratulations, Nathan. Leslie Mateo, Master of Science in Biology with a concentration in Cell and Molecular Biology. Her study, Understanding How Environmental Exposures Affect Transgenerational Epigenetic Inheritance in Mice, investigated how phthalate exposure affects cells destined to become sperm or eggs. She is accepted to numerous PhD programs and will attend Stanford University this fall. Congratulations, Leslie. Morgan Myers, Master of Science in Marine Biology. Ms. Myers' research shows the effect of ocean acidification on the ability of copepods to reproduce, with major implications for the marine food web. She represented her work at the annual Ocean Science meeting and was highlighted in EOS, the magazine of the American Geophysical Union. Congratulations. Andrew Nieblas, Master of Science in Geosciences. He performed research fieldwork in the Indian Himalaya in 2014 and completed a thesis focusing on understanding the pressure, temperature, time deformation history of the Lahul Valley in northwest India. He has presented his research at national conferences. Congratulations, Andrew. Luis Quintanilla, Master of Science in Biology with a concentration in Cell and Molecular Biology. His research focuses on understanding how sperms segregate their DNA. In the lab, he was able to make a specific molecular construct that several students have spent years trying to make. He will attend a PhD program at the University of North Carolina in Chapel Hill. Congratulations, Luis. Priya Rasavi, Master of Arts in Psychology with a concentration in Social Psychology. Mr. Razavi's thesis examines the emotion regulation patterns of lonely individuals and how negative beliefs about emotional expressions explain why they suppress their emotions. He was admitted to several PhD programs and will attend the University of Oregon. Congratulations. John Rodriguez, Master of Science in Biology with a concentration in Cell and Molecular Biology. During his graduate studies, Mr. Rodriguez has combined interests in interdisciplinary thinking, biomimicry engineering, and biology education. He represented SF State at the CSU Student Research Competition with his study investigating how science students and faculty organize their science knowledge. Congratulations, John. Cedric Snethledge, Master of Science in Biomedical Science with a concentration in stem cell science. In his thesis, he investigated the cellular and molecular mechanisms that contribute to brain aging and the rejuvenation of the aged brain in experimental mouse models. He will continue his innovative research path in the PhD program in biomedical sciences at UC San Diego. Congratulations, Cedric. Thank you. Anna Justine Studwell, Master of Arts in Geography. In her thesis, Predicting Non-Resident Seabird Foraging Habitat to Inform Conservation Planning, she modeled non-resident seabirds in 2 marine sanctuaries to predict where birds not bound to a colony are foraging. She evaluated how high-use foraging sites can be prioritized for protection. Congratulations, Anna. Dennis Tabuena, Master of Science in Biology with a concentration in Physiology. For his thesis, a novel model for sensitization of nociception in the caterpillar Manduca sexta, Mr. Tabuena developed a model for pain research that spans biomedical interest and evolution. He will enter a PhD program in neuroscience at the University of Washington in Seattle. Congratulations, Dennis. Jose Tonkilut, Master of Arts in Mathematics. Every semester, he has taken advanced topics courses beyond the degree requirements, ranging from advanced number theory to algebraic geometry. For his thesis, Partially Calibrated Cameras in Computer Vision and Multi-View Ideals, he's used geometry to solve problems in computer vision. Congratulations, Jose. Danielle Wittorp, Master of Science in Psychology with a concentration in Industrial Organizational Psychology. Her thesis, Exploring the Characteristics and Outcomes of Workplace Rivalries, is a groundbreaking look at a little-studied issue. Her research includes how to measure rivalry, the circumstances that lead to rivalry, and the outcomes for employees and organizations. Congratulations, Danielle. Meredith Woy, Master of Science in Engineering with a concentration in Energy Systems. In her thesis, Evaluation of Total Equivalent Global Warming Impacts of Supermarket Refrigeration Systems, she carried out modeling to investigate the emissions of greenhouse gases from supermarket refrigerator systems during regular operation, maintenance, and end-of-life disposal. Congratulations, Meredith. The student selected by the faculty of the College of Science and Engineering for special recognition is Claudia Corona, Master of Sciences in Geosciences. With an extraordinary record of environmental leadership, community service, and academic achievement, Ms. Corona works tirelessly to better the science of hydrology and water resources for the direct benefit of her home state of California. Her thesis research, Climate Variability and Zone Controls on the Damping of Transient Recharge Fluxes, was designed to better understand the effects of climate variability, like El Nino, on groundwater resources in California and beyond. Using state-of-the-art subsurface flow models and original code, she spearheaded a project stimulating the influence of soil water on water flux through the subsurface with hundreds of thousands of model simulations. Her results have important implications for improving subsurface flow models and water resource management, as competing demands on water resources raise the importance of accurately predicting groundwater storages and fluxes. She's co-authored 2 papers on water conservation and hydrogeology, and also received a travel grant to present her thesis research at the 2015 American Geophysical Union Conference. Won't you please join me in congratulating Claudia Corona at this time.
This has been an evening of celebration in which we have recognized our most outstanding graduate students. While we take great pride in their achievements, we have by no means been solely responsible for their successes. Without the love and support of families and friends, they would not be here to take part in this evening's festivities. Therefore, in honoring them, we also honor you. I would like the deans, the faculty, and especially the students to join me in applauding you, family members, and friends who have advised, encouraged, and supported these students. This concludes the formal portion of our ceremony. A light reception has been prepared for all of our guests immediately following this ceremony. And I would like to invite everyone here to join us for that reception in Jack Adams Hall on the top floor of the Cesar Chavez Student Center. Signs will direct you there. We look forward to meeting you there as well. I now ask that our guests remain seated until our students and faculty had left the room. Will the platform party, the student honorees, and our university faculty please rise? Congratulations, students.